Hello and welcome. Oak Ridge Women's Lacrosse on the Oak Ridge field facing the Folsom Bulldogs. My name, Tristan Barstad, a new voice for once, while Murcielago Del Dotto is away and on a Disneyland family trip. I am joined by Grant Sell. Grant, how are we feeling tonight?
I'm feeling great. It's my first stream up in the box for a while.
Absolutely awesome to be back. Trojans already fighting hard against the Folsom Bulldogs, and immediately that is a score. Alyssa Brady. We barely even got to finish the intro, and there we go. Trojans taking it home.
Yeah, the Trojans are going to strike fast and hard all game, and they just showed us right now that they're going to do that.
And some stats for the viewers at home. The Trojans, a very good lacrosse team, ranked 110 nationally, 35th in California, currently 5-1, placing second in the SFL. Last game they lost to San Raymond Valley 17-10, but San Raymond, no pushover, ranked number 8 nationally and 3rd in California. Beforehand they had a 4-game win streak, and they scored 77-33 in the past 5 games. Trojans still showing that dominance very early on, continuously pushing. Absolutely fantastic watch. Already getting it hot and started with a score not even a minute in. And looks to be Trojans immediately. Becca Platt, 2-0 to start. Not even a full minute in, Grant. Are we looking at a blowout already?
Yeah, I think so, unless Folsom switches up their tendencies here, because right now they're letting the Trojans do whatever they want in the first 56 seconds of this game.
Looking at some stats for Folsom as well, ranked 373rd nationally, 112th in California, and they're currently 2-5 in the SFL, ranked number 6th. This game would mean a lot to them. They've been on a 2-game losing streak, 2-3 in their last 5, and they've scored 60 to 61 in their last 5 games. So obviously they can get it done scoring, and there you go.
Number 5 for Folsom, running down the middle of the field with authority and just throws it into the net.
That time, Maya Reddy, the senior for the Folsom Bulldogs, getting it done 2-1 starting this game, and it looks to be a scoring fest here, folks. Immediate, barely 2 minutes in, pardon that, 1 minute and 7 seconds. Extremely quick scoring.
Yeah, our goalie right now, Marissa Pasquarello, looked a little sleepy there on that defense. Maybe she can wake up and not allow many more shots.
Well, Trojans, you can't get lackadaisical. Obviously, you're starting off scoring hot. That also means you cannot get tired on the defensive end. Don't get lazy. You got to keep it up. As the Bulldogs continue to push, looking to slow the tempo a little bit. It's been quick and firing early on, but now the Bulldogs kind of want the Oak Ridge Trojans to play to their speed. A welcome strategy for the Bulldogs, but the Trojans do not want to let them get that done. Scoop it up and now running down the side.
It's good hustle to the ball.
Trojans got a steal. Passing over the middle to the side and blocked. Folsom goalie Haley Olson. Bulldogs pacing down the side. Trojans trying to get the stick in there.
Oh, we got a tussle for it, but Oak Ridge will end up with it.
And the steal is good for the Trojans. So far, they've been in command of this game for the most part, besides the score by the Bulldogs.
Carly Rea sprinting down the field.
Trojans, similar approach to what the Bulldogs just had, slowing the game down, trying to find those open opportunities. We saw that in the men's lacrosse team, ladies lacrosse team potentially as well, besides the 2 immediate scores, and there you go.
Alyssa Brady with her second goal of the night.
Well, when it's wide open, you got to just take it. That was beautiful by the Lady Trojans.
Yeah, it's beautiful passing there They are not a selfish team. They will pass the ball around until they get a good look at the goal and fire away.
The Bulldogs looked a little stupefied on that possession. They were really trying to catch up to the perimeter game by the Trojans, and it left something wide open inside. Trojans' immediate score.
This Oak Ridge team, they did lose some players from last year that were big players, but it also seems that they might have gained some good players too.
Yeah, Trojans obviously a fantastic team this year. They've done wonderful in all their games. Again, 5-1 in league. They're definitely no pushover for any team that are trying to play them. They're most definitely a competitor in this division. Competitor in the entirety of California too, 35.
Yeah, this is a big rivalry.
Of course, tensions will always be high when you watch these two teams play. Bulldogs score it there. Currently score 3-2. Trojans up. Both teams quick back to back.
Yeah, this is gonna be a dogfight. The Bulldogs aren't going away, and the Trojans keep scoring. This might be a shootout.
Dogfight, no pun intended.
Yeah, I realized that after.
Now we get set in the middle. Both teams have been pretty even getting the ball back for each other. And here looks to be a little bit of a scrum. Referees blow the whistle. Looking it over, and the Trojans will receive the ball. Pacing down the sideline, Carly Ray. Just speeding with the ball. No one's met her yet.
Yeah, she's getting in position to pass. This is how they scored last time. Just passing it around.
Trojans have showed they obviously do not want to go slow, but when need be, they will. Searching the perimeter, trying to get the easy open stuff inside the middle. They know they can, for they've done it 3 times, and there they had a 4th, but the Bulldogs will block it.
Folsom with a chance to tie this game up.
Beautiful defensive possession there by the Folsom Bulldogs. They've been burnt on that multiple times, finally tightening up in the middle. Trojans need to pace back down the field. Defense kind of wide open.
And number 17 down the middle of the field, and she misses the hard shot. Forced it a little.
That time, Nora Friedrich on the shot. She will be lined up in the middle for a free shot here. And it's blocked. Trojans get the ball back on a fantastic block by their goalie, number 23, Marissa Pasquarello.
Just an overthrow there that time.
Trojans, when they get out of their pacing, doesn't look as good. They need to be able to play to their speed, and they also need to be able to acclimate to their Folsom Bulldog speed. Folsom wants to play a little bit slower. Trojans want to play a little bit quicker, but the Bulldogs can speed up the process on the defensive end, forcing those turnovers as we saw there.
Yeah. Folsom could slow down the Trojans because Trojans want to go fast. But if you slow down their tempo, it sets them off kilter.
And most definitely, too, a key part of this game is going to be the Bulldogs goalie. She has got to block as many shots as possible. The Trojans want to put up a lot of shots, and she's going to be the key factor here because the Trojans have shown they can get it done on the inside, getting those wide open shots. It's just all about the defensive end, specifically right around the net. Trojans, again, you see the quick pace, looking inside. Good defense by the Bulldogs. Still pacing around the exterior. They're able to get the ball back on the pass. Trojans currently remaining slow, not seeing any openings just yet. passes all around, now remaining on the side. Trojans need to push the tempo a little bit. Teammates screaming for the ball. Trojans still looking around. Defense is tough inside, but the Trojans.
Carly Rea with an excellent shot there. Well,
Trojans take the goal now 4-2, doubling the score of the Bulldogs. Carly Rea getting it done.
Yeah, with the defender in her face, that was just a beautiful shot. Great shot there. Trojans, as you said, are now up by double.
And certainly what's very noticeable for the offensive strategy, every single shot has been from an inside person. They haven't taken the long shots. They haven't been trying to force anything. They're slowly and methodically playing a chess game against the Bulldogs, trying to get that checkmate, and they've done it 4 times so far. Strategy looking absolutely beautiful here in the first quarter.
Yep. I think they could very much continue that.
Referee calls it. Trojans now get to receive the ball. Carly Rea, who just scored, passes the ball. Trojans still looking around the perimeter. Bulldogs defense certainly tightened up. Trojans still looking around, trying to find any glimpse of hope here. They're the dominant force in this game. Even if they're not able to score on this possession, if they can just keep it slow, keep the ball in their hand, they're in a good position.
Comes up with it. Number 22. And
Bulldogs.
now it's number 14 down the right sideline, or left sideline.
As long as they can turn it over, Bulldogs are in a prime position. Trojans take it right back. That time, number 16, Riley Tibbin. Both teams, even for a sport where you're not allowed to hit each other for women's lacrosse, looking absolutely physical, pacing each other out. Trojans still surveying the field. Able to get the shot there, and it goes. Becca Platt. Good for another goal. Trojans up 5-2. First quarter. Even if the quarter were to end now, they're on pace to score 20 points.
Simone
Correction.
Johnson was the one who scored.
Both teams gathering back in the middle. Trojans steering this game so far. Got to keep their foot on the gas. Bulldogs, they got to force them to press on the brakes. Both teams pacing super well so far. And the Trojans will get the ball back again. That's kind of been the story of this game so far. Trojans have just had the ball longer. Obviously, if you have the ball longer, you get more shots. You're going to score more points, no matter how good the defense. Bulldogs need to limit the time of possession for the Trojans. That starts with excessive physicality. Still haven't seen it so far. Referee whistle. Becca Platt gets the free shot here. That time no good. Blocked by the Bulldogs goalie. Trojans continue to survey the outside. Referees blow their whistle once more. This time Carly Rea will get to shoot. Everyone lined up. Intensity, and it's good. Carly Rea again in on the score. Trojans up 6-2. Scratch the on pace for 20 points. How about 24? Trojans are red hot to start the game.
And an early hat trick here for Carly Rea. We're not even through the first quarter, and we already got a hat trick.
2 minutes left to go. The Trojans, obviously, so far have been destroying the Bulldogs in this game. Bulldogs need to do something, at least get some inspiration to go into the second quarter. Both teams fighting for the ball. Trojans come out with it again. And that time an overshot pass gives the Bulldogs the ball back. This time see what they can finally do on the offensive end. Haven't gotten to see it much so far in this game. They've had the ball only a couple times, typically ending in turnovers, but once they're able to get to their spots, we've seen that they can score, and we've seen it twice. Currently, no open passes, though, for their goalie.
Roxy Picanum is running around kind of open.
She's currently getting to just take a walk. Still nothing open. Time is winding down. And that was certainly not the pass. Trojans scoop it up once more, pacing down the field. Referees blow the whistle.
Olivia Gunning there with the steal. She was sprinting down the field. I thought for sure she was going to get a shot off.
Trojans have an opportunity to make it 7. And it shoots right over the goal. Bulldogs get the ball back.
Well, it seems like the key for Folsom right now is make Oak Ridge take those longer shots because they've been on point inside.
Absolutely, and we've seen from a couple of the long shots that the Trojans have taken, there's only been 1 or 2. Haven't gotten a single score off of them. Bulldogs know the game plan, they just have to execute. Trojans so far have been executing far better than their opponent.
Turnovers, that's what's killing the Bulldogs right now. They need to fix that.
Absolutely. And then again, just another shot. Camille Croson on the score, making it 7-2 with 19 seconds left. Absolutely dominant for the Trojans. Keep talking about what they're on pace to score. They're currently on pace to score 28 points. Obviously likely not to happen. But you sure do wonder, with the pace the Trojans are on right now, is there mercy rules in the second half?
No such thing as mercy rules in lacrosse.
Potentially could see one invented in this game.
Former ex-lacrosse player like myself would know that. There is no mercy rules.
Bulldogs preparing in the middle. 19 seconds left. Need to get off a quick shot if they can to make this game a little bit closer. Can't do it here. Trojans scoop it back up. Sprinting down the field, looking for any sort of shot they may be able to get. Potentially could see them just wind down the clock on the outside. And the shot is good. That time, Simone Johnson, number 18. Trojans make it 8-2.
Yeah, the Trojans running away with it. It was a dogfight early on in this first, but now with .4 in the first, with the first ended, it is 8-2.
And Trojans will take it into the second quarter. We will see you back after the 2 minutes. We are back. Second quarter action ready to go. I am now joined by Tommy Johnstone. Tommy, how are you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling great today, Tristan. We don't got Merce here with us. He's sadly in Disneyland, the land of the mouse. Let's see if he finds a hidden Mickey, and let's see if we can keep those Mickey ears on the board right now.
Absolutely love it. The Mickey ears on the board. Good pull. As he said, Merce not joining us tonight. I will continue to be here with you as we change announcers each quarter, but I will remain a constant. Trojans back already receiving the ball. They want to keep the momentum going into the second quarter.
Riley Teben coming in and got a shot in. Already 9-2, and the Mickey Mouse ears will disappear.
The Trojans red hot. We saw this in the first quarter. They do it once more. 9-2. Is there any stopping this team?
In 15 seconds.
Obviously, we've seen that the Bulldogs can score. They can put up defensive stops. They just haven't done it at a high volume. Only getting 2 scores and only getting about 3 or 4 blocked shots. The Trojans have scored on a vast majority of them. What do you think the Bulldogs need to do to be able to get back in this game, Tommy?
They're all bark, no bite right now, and they need to put it in. They need to be released from the cage. We're not in a kennel. Put it all out on the field.
I don't know why you're laughing. I thought that was a pretty good one. I'm usually the analogy guy, but I will let Tommy take over for it tonight. That was absolutely amazing. Well, there you go. The bite is back. Bulldogs are able to get the ball. Looking for something. Their pacing is just much faster. Referees blow the whistle. Bulldogs will get a shot. Tension's high here. Bulldogs could finally get themselves back on the board. And it looks like they did not. Marissa Pasquarello with the block, the goalie for the Trojans. Trojans are able to pace back down the field. Number 4.
Adrian Kenny.
Trojans continuing with the inside shots, and it's good. Once more, this time by number 21, Cheyenne McIntyre. Trojans keep talking about this hot start. Second quarter, 1 minute and 5 seconds off the clock, 2 points scored. Very similar to what we saw in the first quarter. Almost the exact same times on the board that they've scored their points. Bulldogs need absolutely anything to be able to come back into this game right now. Trojans won on a majority of these inside scrums. Trojans
And it will be called Folsom ball.
do not get it that time. Bulldogs are back with the ball this time. Seems like they've had more possession time in this quarter than they have in the first. Could see a very different team if they're able to get the shots continuously going, get some steals on defense. Could see a completely different ball game.
Currently number 5, Maya Reddy for Folsom has the ball.
And Bulldogs
shot
get
in.
it done that time. Are able to score. Sienna Kazanek with the goal. Bulldogs put themselves back on the board. We keep talking about the similarities with the first quarter. Again, Bulldogs scoring in a very similar fashion, very similar times. It's like deja vu up in here. Both teams continuously looking for any such way that they can completely take this game home. Trojans so far have been able to do that. Bulldogs, though, seem to change their pace, seeming to change their mentality, really looking to limit those inside shots, really looking to put up a vast majority more shots. You saw the pacing complete shift for the Bulldogs on offense when they've had the ball, and they've had the ball more times the second quarter than they have the first.
Ray with the ball currently. Going down the middle, shoots inside and doesn't get a shot off but gets a foul called. Will be having a PK from the 8.
Referees calling pretty equal games so far. Both teams getting a lot of shots on the goal off of these penalties.
And it's in for Carly Reyes' 4th of the night.
Carly Ray, every time she has the ball, it's just almost automatic. She has scored so many times. It's the speed, it's the shot intellect. Absolutely fantastic for this Trojans team. 11-3 now the score on the back of her and all her teammates. Trojans show no signs of stopping. Hopefully we do not have to dig into blowout material this soon. 11-3, 9:30 left on the second quarter clock. Draw up and coming. And once again, tell me if you've seen it before, the Trojans get the ball back.
If you like what you're seeing here tonight, you can look us up on Instagram, Twitter, X, and Facebook at Trojan Pride 80. This is TPSM.
Yeah, Trojan Pride Sports Marketing on YouTube if you want to continually watch these live broadcasts, or if you want to watch previous for any sport you wish. We got it all. Trojan Pride Sports Marketing, and this is going to make it even more exciting. Trojans score again on guess who? The back of Carly Ray. 12-3 is the score. Absolutely no words to say here. Trojans just dominating this Bulldog team.
Ray single-handedly has almost double the amount of points as Folsom.
We are seeing what it looks like when a fantastic team such as the Trojans play a rival that's marginally lower. Both teams, obviously tension's high in every sport, always competitive. Trojans really dominating here. Bulldogs able to scoop it up though. Referee whistles blow, and the Trojans will get the ball right back. Bulldogs thought they finally had something to look forward to. Referees say that's a no-go. Trojans retain the ball.
Gonzalez with the ball, number 3.
Trojans continuously surveying. Tommy, what are your thoughts on the slow perimeter play when you know that they can get it down speedily through the middle? Do you think they're trying to conserve their time, or do you think they're just playing for the win already?
They're just trying to make this I'm lost at the word, an honorable match, so that it's not a complete blowout. Even though they are our rivals, we still play with honor.
Absolutely. Love to see that from a team. No matter who's playing, who's winning, who's losing. Honorability is such a fantastic thing in sports. Trojans, also the same time, potentially the strategy is just limiting turnovers when you're so high up. You don't want to give them a glimmer of hope.
Yeah. Just try and keep the score at least double digits apart. You'll probably see a few more shots like that, but you will not see as many as you did before.
That time, Trojans put it up 13-3. Riley Tiven on the score.
And now that there's a 10-point deficit, clock will not be stopping for the rest of the game.
Trojans and Bulldogs will come back to the middle for the draw here soon. Bulldogs need to at least win one of these in the coming future. Hopefully now, so they can get back in this game. In this absolute, frankly, massacre of the Bulldogs team.
This is not the first time that we've seen the clock continue before the second half. I believe it happened in Davis as well.
Trojans continuously outpacing the Bulldogs, but the Bulldogs are able to get the ball. The The passes have been so off for the Bulldogs in this game. Trojans get the ball back once more.
Ray with the ball.
Carly Ray not necessarily in the position that they want her. They want her down the field preparing to score, as we've seen multiple times.
Voto with the ball, passed it up the field. That's Gonzalez. Oh, Gonzalez fumbles the pass. Oh, Gonzalez on the ground.
No blows by the referee. Play still stays
Out of
in.
bounds, they'll call it Hogarth's ball. Gonzalez.
Trojans still surveying the perimeter. We already saw this earlier. They watch, they circle.
Ray calling for help.
Like a predator around prey, they try to find the opening. And once they do, you blink your eyes and you might miss it. Trojans will be in there scoring, unless the Bulldogs are able to stop it. Haven't seen it all game.
Crossing with the ball. Makes a move inside and bails.
Trojans still looking around. Carly Ray with the ball back. Still circling. The pace very different from the first quarter. Look to already be in a winning position. That
Ray
time fumbled
fumbles.
pass. Trojans still circling for literally anything. Bulldogs defense far better than it has been in previous moments. Not allowing any openings inside. Trojans need to create some confusion, some sort of speed. Referees blow the whistle. Trojans will get to shoot.
From the from the
Pardon.
8. Ray from the 8. Will she take the shot attempt or just back out?
Ray backs out.
Teben
Trojans
makes a
inside,
move
and that's
inside, and that's another goal.
Riley T-Bone on the score, pushing the Trojans to 14-3 over the Bulldogs. Already been said multiple times, absolute blowout already in the second quarter. Trojans at similar timing without the running clock were on pace to score 28 as they are currently here. On the draw once more. Both teams lined up. Trojans win it again. Giving the Bulldogs absolutely zero glimmer of hope. As a brief check-in to other sports, recently we saw a record-breaking wide receiver contract signed by Jackson Smith and Jigba on the Seattle Seahawks. 4-year, $168.6 million, $120 million guaranteed, $14.15 million per year. Absolutely insane. This makes him higher paid than previous record setter Jamar Chase. Absolutely wild what they're paying these guys nowadays.
Folsom's goalie snatches a pass. And they get some time to just walk out.
Similar to what we saw earlier, goalie had all day, and through that kind of a pass, Trojans looking to scoop it up once again, and they call the ball over to the Bulldogs. Folsom quickly pacing down the field. Ball is briefly tipped, and it will still remain on the ground. Bulldogs scoop it back up.
another bit of little contract news and free agency right now for the NFL. 41-year-old quarterback Joe Flacco agreed to a one-year contract with the Cincinnati Bengals after being released by them earlier this year.
Absolutely gotta love Joe Flacco.
Base value $6 million for that 1 year, maximum value $9 million with incentives. He is a veteran backup to Joe Burrow, which Joe Burrow we know is very injury prone, so we will likely see Joe Flacco play again.
Absolutely likely, and obviously when we've seen him play, he's a fantastic player. He's able to command almost any offense he's on. Joe Flacco, they love to have him in that system. See if he can evade the rush, though, with that porous offensive line. Bulldogs able to get the ball back.
It's always surprising when you get to see a bunch of 40-year-old quarterbacks play out there in the NFL with a bunch of 26-year-old wide receivers and DBs and D linemen that just weigh 100 pounds more than them and are 14 years younger, and somehow their bones aren't cracking.
Able to take those hits. We saw Phillip Rivers come back last season, and he was able to tank him straight off the couch, probably that beer belly saving him. Bulldogs will get a free shot here.
With 1 second left on the clock, time runs out. Oh, but they got the point anyway. The clock was at 0 for about 3 seconds, but they're going to call it their point.
And the Bulldogs
Yeah, they will.
put it up. Now the score 14-4 for the Trojans. Absolute demolition of Folsom. Shocking to see this turn of events, no matter the seed of the team, no matter how highly ranked each team is. Both teams putting up very different showings. Trojans command this game so far. We'll see if the Bulldogs can come back here in the second half. We are back in the second half. Trojans commanding lead 14-4, joined once more by Grant Sell talking about the interchanging quarters for commentators. Grant, what are your thoughts on this game so far?
I'm thinking right now it's been one-sided in favor of the Trojans. Folsom's got to get their act together, and they got to start scoring fast and limiting Oak Ridge from scoring if they want any chance at getting back in this game.
Bulldogs need to make it competitive. They can here. Trojans, number 9, Berkeley Gordon just shoving a Folsom player over. Folsom will get the ball back. Playing this slow perimeter game. A lot of movement by the teammates. Bad pass. Trojans could come up with it, and they do. Referee blows his whistle. Calls Trojan ball. Trojans give it to their goalie, Marissa Pasquarello. As they pace back down the field, preparing to potentially once more score. They're able to get it there. Trojans take the score up 15-4 to Alyssa Brady, number 22. Newsflash, folks, this time it took longer than a minute. This could be a complete shift for the Folsom Bulldogs.
Honestly, I think it's just time for Oak Ridge. Put the backups in, get them some reps, get them some scoring time. Starters have done their job with a lot of points for like basically everybody. Let the backups get some reps.
Trojans have some young players. They could potentially see what they have in those young players in this second half. Score up huge, 15-4. With how dominant the starters are, I'm sure the backups can put up quite a few points on this Bulldog team. Bulldogs could capitalize on the opportunity to play against backup Trojan players, however. Ball goes out the back of the end zone. Bulldogs able to scoop it up. They will get to keep the ball. They need points, and they need them fast. Cannot see a slow tempo. Trojans want to force them to. Defense so good on this one. Referees blow their whistle. We'll see a Bulldogs free shot here. Tensions high as they look into the face of the goalkeeper. Trojans able to stop it up. Pasquarello on the stop.
Earlier you were talking about JSN breaking records with the contract, but how about Kevin Durant, and now 5th all-time in scoring, just past Michael Jordan a few days ago. What a stat.
Kevin Durant, such a prolific scorer. Absolutely botched that word there for a second. Prolific scorer. He's able to do it on all 3 levels. Surprised it actually took him this long. Such a fantastic player, surpassing an even better player, to be fair. The GOAT, Michael Jordan, unless you're a LeBron Glazer. That's a whole different conversation for another night.
Yeah.
Trojans continue on the perimeter, slowing it down. Cannot let the Bulldogs get any sort of shots, any sort of possession, any sort of glimmer. Especially with this score so far out of reach. If they can just command it and keep the ball, they're surefire to win this game. Bulldogs get a little aggressive there. Trojans on the 8. Continue to call it a free shot, though. That's my new terminology. We'll keep it.
Yeah, we're going to add that to the official lacrosse names.
Bulldogs not letting it be much of a free shot, though. Diving in there, able to get the ball back. Seen this one too many times before. Bulldogs goalie, number 22, Sienna Kazanik, looking for any which way to pass the ball. Pardon that, Lola Jacobs. Looking at different rosters, but got the help.
Yeah, sometimes you need help, Tristan.
And a flag goes once more. Trojans will get the 8.
And the clock has stopped for once in a while.
Shocking to see that happen, especially with the point deficit.
Yeah, they weren't stopping it for anything earlier before half.
Bulldogs able to survey the perimeter once again. You see the speed. Reaching desperation time already in the third quarter. They need anything. Down by 11 points. Even one would get them up, and they
that's a
get
good
it
shot
there.
by Maya Reddy.
Bulldogs able to score on the back of Maya Reddy. Clock will continue to go as the score reaches 15-5. They are now down by 10.
Yeah, hey, it's not over till the clock hits 0. If VCU can come back 19 points against North Carolina, Folsom can certainly come back 10 points against us.
Obviously, seeing teams come back from bigger, Bulldogs could potentially have it here, but you got to see a complete shift in mindset and game. Trojans have commanded it so far. Potentially able to do it here once more. Both teams
Oakridge
fighting.
Struggling to scoop it up, and it's a battle.
Bulldogs able to get the ball back.
That's number 14, Lauren Anderson.
Finally seeing some life from this Folsom team. And the referees blow the whistle again. Heard it multiple times in this game.
And
Referees on point.
Lauren Anderson up for the free shot here for the Dogs.
Trojans don't necessarily need to stop it, but you surely want to. You cannot let the Bulldogs get back in this game.
Yeah, all of a sudden it's going to be a 9-point deficit. And, just like that, it is Lauren Anderson with the score. And now, has momentum kind of shifted, Tristan?
It almost seems that way. At halftime, we saw a score of 14-4. Trojans only able to score 1 here in this quarter. Bulldogs able to score 2. Bulldogs are currently in the lead for this quarter. Definitely not in the game. 15-6 still on the scoreboard. Signs of life from this Folsom team, though.
Yeah.
They could keep it up, bring themselves back into this game. Trojans cannot let up.
Yeah, I don't know what they reviewed at halftime, but right now, whatever's working is working for Folsom, and Maya Reddy is fighting for it with 2 other Trojans.
Maya Reddy just coughs up the ball there. Trojan defenders looking fantastic on that possession. Trojans will get the ball back. Trojans continuously looking more and more able to find the open pass down the middle, but it sails over the head. Referees blow the whistle. And they're able to call Folsom ball. Pardon that, Trojans ball.
Just under 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
Trojans continuing to watch the outside, then the inside. You've seen it before, and they do it again. That time, Paige Gonsalves.
And Oak Ridge is back up by double digits.
If you've watched a previous men's lacrosse game, Ty Gonsalves, fantastic player for the men's varsity lacrosse team. That time his sister is scoring. Paige Gonsalves, brother and sister sharing a sport. Both teams ready for the draw in the middle. Whistles blow. Call it Folsom ball. Both teams in this quarter 2-2.
And ready here, cradling it. Oh,
Trojans able to stop it on the steal.
and Gunning is off to the races. Oh, and a bad pass there by Gunning. Oak Ridge trying to track it down and fight with the Bulldogs. And finally, some stick-on-stick action. Haven't seen that a lot today.
Trojans are able to retain the ball. Momentary stoppage in play. Both teams looking around, and we will resume. Trojans, you've seen it before, surveying the perimeter slowly but surely, able to get it inside, but bad pass there. Bulldogs scoop it up. Trojans say no, get it right back.
And here's Carly Ray with the ball.
Trojans inside on the score. Riley T-Bone, once again, you've heard her name multiple times. Trojans take the lead up 17-6, now making it 3-2 in this third quarter. With 1:39 left to go, clock still rolling. Trojans are now up by 11, which means the clock will stay moving as long as they are up by 10.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the Trojans' longest or biggest lead of the game.
Believe it matches it. Trojans cough it up there. Bulldogs able to continue. Whistles blow once more. But the Bulldogs score, making the score 17-7. Trojans still up by 10, so the clock will stay rolling. Bulldogs able to make the score look just a little bit nicer. They've certainly woken up in this quarter, scoring much more than they have in either of the first two.
It's always nice to beat your rivals and blow out your rivals, but sometimes it's actually good to see like a good close game that's more competitive. But hey, I'll take it.
Most definitely. On the draw again. Whistles blow. Folsom ball. Bulldogs pacing down the field. Whistle blows again. But no stoppage in play. Bulldogs in on the inside. Whistles blow. They continue to blow on this game.
And that
Clock strikes 0.
will be the end of the third quarter, it looks like. And yes, it will. 17-7, Trojans by 10 going into the fourth. One-sided.
And the announcer on the game made all the Folsom parents turn around. Trojan parents looked and were like, okay, we finally get to go home. But alas, it is not. 12 minutes will go on the fourth quarter. We'll see you back. Score 17-7 in the fourth. We're back for the fourth quarter, still a blowout, 17-7. We're obviously seeing that the Bulldogs will most likely not be able to come back in this game. 10-point deficit, very difficult to make up, especially when they haven't even scored that many points in this game. Potentially could make the score look a little nicer, though. Trojans don't want to let them do it. Tommy, what are we hoping to see from both teams in this quarter with the game so far out of reach?
I still want to see some aggression and some athleticism out there, but obviously from Oak Ridge, since we are biased towards them, I'm just open, gonna say it. We want to see them hold on to the ball, keep how they've been playing, and still aggressive, but aggressive and not dumb when they do it. When they're aggressive, I need them to still be shooting and good shots, not just playing around like it's a backyard game.
And of course, as I'm sure, we obviously want to see the backups get playing time in a game, to reiterate, so far out of reach for the Bulldogs. See backups on both teams getting in the game, playing, putting up some tape to potentially get themselves a starting spot so this kind of blowout doesn't happen again. Or does happen if you're the Trojans. Pacing inside, and they score once again. That
Number
time.
6, Rebecca Platt.
She's had multiple goals on this game, adds another to her resume to put the score up 18-7. Again, want to go back to another sport. This time, March Madness. 0 perfect brackets remaining. Certainly put the madness in March Madness on this year. Absolutely wild ride. Potential Cinderella story brewing for Texas, ranked number 11 in the Sweet 16, playing number 2 Purdue. Another team seeing a Cinderella story is Iowa, coming in ranked number 9. They just beat number 1 Florida to advance to the Sweet 16 to play ranked number 4 Nebraska. Obviously a much lesser team than Florida. Could see Iowa in the Elite 8. Trojans continue on the perimeter game, slowly draining out that clock. Bulldogs want to get the ball back.
And T-Bone!
T-Bone scores it again. You've heard her name a lot, and she's there once more, 19-7. We were talking about the backups getting in. Trojans potentially, I guess, just do not want to share that philosophy.
Still multiple players on the Trojans bench that have not gotten in, and we're seeing another swap in with starters, number 3 Gonzalez and number 21 McIntyre.
Both teams, though, still good to see vibes high. Both benches dancing to some music.
It's hard not to dance to the Irish jig that T-Bone's got as her celebration song.
Both teams fighting for the ball still. Talking about some high vibes. Both teams do not want to let up the ball no matter what the score on the clock. Still a rivalry game, folks. Tensions will always remain high.
McIntyre making her way down the field.
Trojans still pacing.
Johnson underneath.
And that was good by Simone Johnson, number 18 for the Trojans. Another name you've heard multiple times. Trojans now putting up 2 decades of points, 20-7. Absolutely on fire. This game, even though they've put the score way out of reach, they're just not stopping. Never let their foot up off the gas pedal. Continue to rage their car through the streets, speeding past the Bulldogs. Still, no matter what the score, like I said earlier, they are just moving. They don't want to let that slow game continue. seeing some off-ball movement by the Trojans. You're now seeing them start to burn clock just a little bit as the Folsom Bulldogs have backed off on defense. Trojans trying to make a push for the goal.
The last thing that we'd want to see here is an injury from either team in a game that doesn't matter much anymore.
Absolutely, that's why you see both teams kind of backed off, but whenever the Trojans want to get inside, Bulldogs still remaining physical, don't want to let anything up. Still seeing this slow, methodical game, but the off-ball movement should tell you otherwise. Multiple Trojans continue to pace towards the goal using absolute speed. That time it is blocked by Folsom goalie. Trojans still with the ball, looking around.
Ray at the top.
Passes it to Gonsalves.
Gonsalves fumbles but recovers. Oh, on the ground.
An absolute hit, not something you expect out of a women's lacrosse game. Almost looked like Ray Lewis in tackle football. Just absolutely decked Gonsalves. Renee Lewis. Trojans after the fumble. Still looking around on the perimeter.
Cameron
Bulldogs
Chancellor.
forcing them to pace up the tempo a little bit. Not sure why this game is so far out of reach. You don't want to risk injuring your players. But alas, they continue. Both teams putting in quite a bit of fight for so late in the game.
Alyssa Brady trying to get a point on the board. Doesn't she already have one on tonight?
She does. Has at least one score on this game. Trojans just continue to look around. You're seeing a lot of off-ball movement continuously speeding past Bulldog defenders. No wide open passes though, but we do see it for Carly
shoots
Ray.
Inside. It's going to be on the 8-yard line.
Carly Ray now on the free shot. I will still continue to not call it an 8. Just frankly better terminology. It's more fun.
See, but there are two lines. There's an 8 and a 12.
Well, to each their own, Tommy.
3-point line, free throw.
The referees blow the whistle. Back for Trojans ball. 3:55, 3:54, 2, 1, 0. Jumped over it a little bit. Clock still rolling. Trojans still with the ball. Not going to let Folsom get any tape on them. Not anymore. As I was talking about earlier on, in the Bulldogs' last 5 games, they've been outscored 60-61, but that still remains a very close point margin, only down by 1. In this game, definitely could not tell, down by 13 to the Trojans. Trojans, on the very contrary to what we mentioned of the Bulldogs in their last 5, 77-33, outpacing their opponents by 44 points. Absolutely insane margin, and you can see it here. Folsom able to get the ball back so late in the game, but you want to put up some tape to rewatch, potentially put some things on that could work, could not work, try out some different chemistry. Bulldogs force the tempo. Continuous movement. Keep going.
Shoots
Still no
inside.
pass. And that one was a little obvious. Marissa Pasquarello on the stop.
And Adriana Kenny with the ball. Passed it up to Alyssa Brady. Brady hucks it across midfield. Oh, and it's fumbled. Gonzalez to pick it up for Oak Ridge.
Yeah, and on this game, after the loss by the Bulldogs, both teams will remain in their current standings, both at 2nd and at 6th. Just too difficult to reach around the teams in front of or behind them. Trojans will advance to 6-1 in league, as the Folsom Bulldogs will advance to 2-6, moving to 4-7 overall.
Carly Ray will seek to let the clock just run out. Folsom still playing tight defense. Crossing with the ball.
Croson still looking. Still trying to burn out the clock.
Crossan shoots inside. Fumbles it.
Clock winding down. Trojans could potentially set up for a final shot. It's a rivalry, so you know these teams don't want to play nice. That time seemed like they tried to. The pass was just a little bit over.
Ray gets bumped. Folsom still playing aggressive, even though there are 10 seconds left on the clock and they're down by 13. But so is Oak Ridge. Kenny looking for a shot inside. Shoots, and it's in with less than a second left. We'll make it 21-7, and the rest will just call the game.
Well, you can send gamesmanship out the window. Trojans score finally to set the score 21-7. I guess they wanted to triple the Bulldogs' score. Win this game by 14. This will send them to 8-4 on the year overall. Trojans, absolutely a commanding team in El Dorado Hills. This game, absolute blowout. Fantastic to watch as a Trojans fan. If you wanted a big rivalry game, not necessarily what you were hoping for. But alas, the lights will set on this Oak Ridge field. My name, Tristan Barstad, joined here by Tommy Johnstone. Thank you to Tommy, Grant Sell, and thank you to Chris up on top for the camera work. And once again, for always, I get to say it one time. Go Trojans!